It was supposed to be a peaceful Sunday afternoon. My husband and I had taken our newborn, Ellie, out for a short walk in the neighborhood park just to get some air. Ellie had been born premature, and even though she was gaining strength every day, she still required a feeding tube to stay nourished. We were always careful, always watching, always protecting. But no amount of preparation could have anticipated the reckless cruelty of Karen, our overbearing HOA president. We had just settled on a shaded bench near the fountain when Karen appeared out of nowhere, storming toward us like she owned the world. Dressed in her usual visor and clipboard combo, she immediately began berating us. "That stroller is not HOA compliant," she snapped. "And your medical equipment? It's unsanitary and not allowed in shared spaces." My husband tried to reason with her, calmly explaining that Ellie's feeding tube was a medical necessity approved by our doctor and protected under federal disability laws. But Karen didn't want to hear it. Her eyes locked on the small feeding pump attached to the stroller like it was a threat to her perfectly trimmed hedges. Then, in a moment that made my blood run cold, she reached down and ripped the feeding tube from Ellie's nose. Ellie let out a sharp, pained cry. I screamed, jumping to my feet in shock as my husband grabbed Karen's wrist and shouted, "What the hell are you doing?" Karen seemed smug at first, proud even. "I'm protecting the neighborhood," she barked. "You people think you're special." But that's when the horror of what she had done began to set in for everyone. A bystander had witnessed the entire thing and had already called 911. I scrambled to reattach the emergency backup tube we always kept on hand, while another neighbor rushed over with water and a blanket. Ellie was trembling, but stable. 3 minutes later, sirens wailed in the distance, and 2 squad cars pulled up next to the park. Officers ran toward us, saw my baby in distress, and didn't waste a second. Karen tried to talk her way out of it, claiming she was enforcing HOA policy. But it was no use. The body cam footage, witness statements, and our stroller camera all captured the attack in brutal clarity. Karen was arrested on the spot for child endangerment, assault, and interfering with medical equipment. I later learned she had a history of harassment complaints. This time, though, she crossed a line that even her clipboard couldn't cover. And our HOA, they issued an apology. Karen? She won't be coming back.